What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Nina, and I hope you are over there thriving. Now, you know I'm all about those no BS weight loss solutions because that's how I lost over 100 pounds in about 10 to 12 months. And I've kept it off about 17 years now, so I guess I know a thing or two. There are definitely some things that never worked for me. Fad diets that promise to melt fat off in days, counting every single calorie, and shutting down the gym every day. Now, the top issues for me and many people that I'm sure can relate are binging on foods late at night, trying to focus on just my willpower, staying very stressed out, and being very in tune with my own environment that wasn't always healthy for me. But we can fix all of that. Today, I'm going to share my 5 one-minute habits that help me to lose weight and keep it off. This includes healthy eating and also some micro habits for when you're busy, just like me. Now, let me know some of the quick things that you're doing or not doing that are keeping you on and off track. And also leave me some suggestions for video ideas that you have for me below. All items that I mentioned today can be found down at the description box. And I want to thank Catalina Crunch for sponsoring today's video. Let's get into it. Plan, and more plan. And I'm not talking about an elaborate plan to take over the world. You're not going to be obsessive. You're going to keep this within your quick plan. Look, my problem was I was always running late. I had to fix that too, because by the first meal of the day, which I was usually fasting, so my breakfast or the first meal of the day, I wanted to skip it. Then my head would be hurting, right? So then I had an excuse to eat whatever I saw at lunch. And then by then I done lost my whole mind and threw the whole day away. So I was just eating like I had no common sense and nothing in sight because I didn't have a plan. And because of that, I used it as an excuse to be able to go crazy and wild with whatever foods I wanted when I knew I had no business. Now click like if you can relate. Planning your meals is one of the best things that you can start to do when you're losing weight. What I do is I usually plan and prep on Sundays, and then by Wednesdays, I'm ready to refresh my menu just a little bit. And it's really simple once you know what you like to mix and match the most. Repetition is key. And once you figure this out, you're able to know what groceries you want to order or go get and what snacks you want to have around. Some of the things I find that pair or that I have around the most are chicken, fish, or turkey that we grill, bake, or pan fry. Salmon burgers are one of my favorite things because they pair with almost anything. Salads are so simple, so I like to keep around spinach and fresh spring mix, and when I don't have those, romaine will do. Oh, and I love keeping smoothie ingredients around. Cashew or almond milk unsweetened are the best for me, but also a bomb protein powder like Dimetize. I love them. And then I love frozen mangoes, blueberries, strawberries, avocados. Look, the list goes on, but I like to keep them with the lower sugar fruits. Protein oatmeal jars or overnight oats are clutch as well. They leave you feeling full and satisfied. And you can also top those with raw fruit, peanut butter, almond butter. Ooh, love keeping those around. They're clutch. I try to eat raw and cooked vegetables with every single meal. My go-to vegetables are zucchini, broccoli, spinach. I love carrots, anything that's gonna give me some roughage and fiber, and green. And a trick is when you get them home, go ahead and chop them up or spiral them up so they're easy to reach for. For my sweet tooth, I love yogurt, cottage cheese that can be topped with whipped cream and peaches and pineapples. And then I also love those kind bars, those kind ice cream bars. Oh, y'all, just the perfect amount. And they have very little sugar and still have some fiber in them. Let me know if you need some more meal prep ideas for me. I can get a nice little video together for you. But if you don't plan it, you won't do it. I had to learn to make some quick and healthy swaps. And when I think about the things that I had to start to change in order to lose weight without having to diet and not think hard about it, I just chose foods with fewer calories, salt, sugar, and unnecessary fats. That's like swapping white bread for whole grains, soda for fizzy water, and salted nuts to unsalted ones. And here are a few food swaps that could actually help to double your weight loss, especially if you're eating these. Rolled oats instead of those super sugary breakfast cereals. Spiralized vegetables instead of noodles and pasta. Mashed avocado instead of butter. Instead of chips, try popcorn. Fruit and cinnamon instead of sugar and syrup. Now y'all know one thing I'm real picky about is my snacks, and I like ones that check all my little boxes. And that's why I love Catalina Crunch, and they are working with me to bring you all today's video. Now my OGs know I've talked about them before over here. Not only are their snacks very delicious, but they're high in protein and low in carbs. They have fiber, clean ingredients, and little to no sugar. And since starting to eat their stuff, I have it almost every day. From the cookies, crunch mixes, and their cereal, I love them all. But I really love their cookies. Y'all, they are giving Oreo without all the sugar rush. They are amazing. They taste so good. Now, speaking of the flavors, a few of them are chocolate vanilla, vanilla cream, peanut butter, and mint chocolate. And I bet y'all can guess what my favorite is. That peanut butter and that vanilla cream goes hard. I grab them for quick snacks at home, or they're easy to take on the go. I usually have them alone, but baby, when I want to dunk them like we do back in the day, or like we did back in the day, I take just a little bit of cashew milk and almond milk and dunk them things, and they are so good. And I'll mention again, they're low in carbs, low in sugar, and higher in protein. And they're made with clean ingredients, so how can you beat that? Oh, and they're also keto friendly. Click the link below and use my code NINA to get 15% off plus free shipping on any Catalina Crunch mix pack, and an even bigger discount if you subscribe. Now be sure to take advantage of it while it lasts. Check your day ahead, right? It doesn't take much time at all. Just look and see what time you have for your meal prepping and for getting to the gym or getting some quick exercise in. All you need is a little bit of forward thinking. Give it to yourself, you deserve it. Make it hard to make bad decisions. Now, bad decisions have to be defined by you. We all have a different threshold, okay? Now, I know for me, I'm real picky about my sweet and salty foods, but if you bring around the right thing at the right time, baby, it's going down. And let's not even talk about going to the grocery store on an empty stomach. If I go up in that grocery store, honey, I'm gonna blow that thing up like Armageddon. And then what I used to do in the past, I come home with all these greasy and high cholesterol foods and feel obligated to eat them because you can't waste them, right? Stop. I make a shopping list with everything we need in advance and stick to it. And here's the thing, once you get that list, all you gotta do is keep it standard, take things off and add things as you need them. It takes only a minute. And if you don't have the discipline, simply set up a time every week to shop online. Get on Instacart. I know where I live, you got H-E-B, you got Kroger, you got all kinds of apps that don't cost much at all to deliver, or where you can pick up your groceries, even for free. And I used to think buying in bulk was the best thing, but I end up wasting what we don't eat, so we end up losing money anyway, so that didn't work. Some things we can get in bulk, but for the most part, what I try to do is re-up every week. And if I need some things in the middle of the week, I can just stop and pick up a few items. And I don't feel forced to overeat because I'm not afraid that food will go bad. And I'm not losing money. This also includes protecting your time, saying no. I used to even resort to writing a note to myself every day that it's okay to say no. Give back to you. This is going to add to the self-care. It only takes you a minute to remind yourself, and you're going to be saying no like a baby that don't want to listen to nobody soon enough. I had to learn to create triggers for myself. Now, triggers don't always have to be negative, y'all, I promise. It can be as little as setting an alarm for yourself, or even putting a note up somewhere just so you can remember the habits that you want to pick up and enforce those. Let's say you want to do something like drink more water. Create a time in your calendar that actually says meet with a glass of water. Also associate that habit with something you do every day. Whenever you go to the restroom or whatever and wash your hands, keep your bottle around. Whenever you see that water running down and you're done washing your hands, of course, get you some water in. I used to reference old photos that would give me a response of pride from within that reminded me of where I was going. It wasn't all just related to weight, y'all. Sometimes I see an old picture and I think of the emotional state that I was in at the time. I get emotional even thinking about it. I let that trigger me to fight for my emotional space and staying more healthy and on track. I mean, some of my pictures I look back at and I know I was in unhealthy relationships. I wasn't really feeling the best about myself and where I was in life. And I was not happy with the things that were going on for me. Now, just referencing that made me realize where I wanted to be and where I deserved to be and where I could work hard to be. And just that quick trigger let me know that I was on the right track. I was able to clue into what I was doing and stay on track. This also kept me from going back to old relationships, boyfriends, friendships, old jobs, old places. Nothing was gonna get in the way of my happiness and where I was heading, and those triggers really helped with that. Even when I don't feel like it, I try walking 5 minutes more and sneaking in mini exercise sessions. Hear me out, y'all. Not every day needs to be a super Olympic training session when you work out. That's why most of us don't want to do it, because we think it involves way too much. But let's talk about quick habits. Just walking. Even if you sit all day, it can just help to improve your mood and help you make larger changes over time, just because you're burning some calories and you're actually getting some movement in for your body. This also causes a reduction in chronic diseases that could affect your weight as well. There are a few things you can plan to do that will burn you just a few more calories daily. If you do happen to make it to the gym, do the things that you love in 5-minute spurts. I call this around the world. 5 minutes on the elliptical, 5 minutes on the treadmill, 5 minutes on the stairs, 5 minutes jumping rope. Whatever it is, just spend 5 minutes, total it up for about 20 to 30 minutes, and before you know it, you done have fun and you don't even realize it. You ain't even have to plan it. While watching your shows, do some squats for a determined amount of time. Maybe say for 5 minutes, I'm gonna do squats, then I'm gonna sit down. Then I'll try it again after 10 minutes and do a few more. You're burning calories. Try walking around the block while having a phone call with a friend, or I like to do it while I'm listening to a podcast. Do some tricep dips on that sturdy furniture of yours. And if you take your babies to the playground and you have some stairs nearby, or even the jungle gyms or the stairs on them, go up and down the steps, burn a few more calories there as well. The goal is to add in more movement without feeling like you're taking away big chunks in your day and you're not having to plan. I know how much I'm burning just by wearing my fitness watch. I wear my Apple Watch every single day. This thing is clutch. Now there's others out there that I know that people love, so I'm gonna link some of those down below for you as well. Okay, y'all, I hope today's video has been quite beneficial for you and that you've learned a bunch of habits that you don't have to make big plans for, that will make big changes to your life. And also thank you to Catalina Crunch for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you click the link below and use my code Nina for 15% off plus free shipping. And y'all, again, make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.